What's up, everybody? We are here with Great Lakes Hot Takes, episode 18, and I remembered to update the title before we went live this time.
Let's go. I always forget to remind you too, so I'm glad you remembered.
Yeah, I pulled it off this one time. We'll see how consistent I can be after this. Um, but yeah, we don't have a guest lined up this week. It's just gonna be me and our co-host Booker shooting the stuff. How's it going, Booker? How are you?
I'm doing very well. Do we not swear on this chat now?
I censored myself because I felt like that wasn't worth a swear word. It was just like, do I need to swear within the first 30 seconds of this?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Been taking like a 2-week detox from social media a little bit, just because like holidays and things. So I have
Mm-hmm.
100 odd DMs in Discord that I gotta get to. If you're seeing this and I haven't responded to you, I will be responding to you. Please don't yell at me in chat. Um, Yeah, no, I'm just kind of chill. Cleaned up my room. You can kind of see it looks a little cluttered, but I swear it's way cleaner than it was previously.
I believe you. I believe you.
Thank you.
There's like, it looks pretty nice.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than you'd think. So I mean, I have a green screen too, so I've been contemplating playing around with it.
Ah.
Um, but yeah, I've been good. I've been good. What about you? You've been
Mm.
having a heck of a time, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm sure if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know that my car got hit like this weekend while I was at my brother's house, so I was just stranded there for a little while, which kind of threw off all of my New Year's plans, which is why we're a day late. I didn't get home until like Monday night and was like trying to get my life back in order, so didn't have time to prepare anything for an episode or anything, so apologies to everybody that we missed yesterday. I know everybody knows us for our very consistent content output.
Are we
um
ever are we ever prepared?
uh no, I feel like most of the time somebody just opens up our Great Lakes Hot Takes DM and is like, "Hey, so we doing this thing?"
It's Wolfie. Wolfie keeps us honest.
Yeah.
The only
Without
one.
Wolfie, we're nothing.
Uh,
Usually he's the one linking us to the tournaments and letting us know everything that's going on. So,
we gotta bring him on as a co-host. We'll just keep
yeah.
we'll keep adding people to the co-host. It'll be the what is it? Theseus's ship, but with a podcast.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, there hasn't been too much going on. You know, we took last week off, and then like there hasn't been too many big tournaments. But tonight we have Ignition 300 happening. And from what I understand, you're going to be doing the upset thread for that.
Yeah, I am the upset thread guy apparently. RIP Panda Global, long live the upset threads. So you got to take a look at it. Did I send you the bracket link? I could send you it really quick just so you can kind of see who's all going.
I got the bracket open right
Okay. Like looking at I think you can look at standings. The standings actually showed you. Oh my gosh, StarTG does this thing where you can't see standings when no matches have played, so you can't actually see what the seating looks like.
now. Usually I just go to the bracket and then I hit projection, and then just look at it based on that.
I mean, you could do that. That's
Well,
that is
I'm
a
getting it
way.
up on the screen so people can
Um,
see.
looks like Ned Loaf, Icon, Ice Knight, Skittles, Comet, Toad, Raven King. That's top eight, which is
Mhm.
kind of a hype top eight. Not gonna lie, very Midwesty. I have to do the Greninja name drop.
Yeah, we got Ice Knight. There's never been an episode without mentioning at least one Greninja player. So we got Ice Knight seeded for top 8 tonight. Who's your pick to win it?
It's a rough one because weeklies are such a crapshoot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you know me, you know I don't take a lot of stock in the weeklies. Um, people will throw all the time for weeklies, or people won't care as much.
Oh yeah.
Um, heck, Ned didn't even attend enough weeklies to be on the Chicago PR.
Somebody somebody posted a funny image of like the like Reaper knocking on doors, but it was like every username was like Icon, Ned, Tata, and I think there was one more, but it was like the last three people to get first on Chicago PR didn't make attendance for the next Chicago PR.
Yeah, yeah, it's always funny. I don't know. Icon lives in this. This is what we were talking about. You have the 3 month season, right? Icon goes back home during the summer.
Oh yeah,
Um,
people didn't hear us talking about this though. So give us your hot take to kick off the
there you
show,
go.
and we'll
Hot take from Booker, since I'm not
hot
known
take
for my hot
alarm.
takes.
Whoop whoop.
We got to get a little button for it. Boop. um, but it is that I believe that we should move over to 6 month PR seasons, because typically what ends up happening is, because since we're so school oriented, kind of school year oriented for Smash in general, we have multiple seasons during a year, can be both winter and summer, um, or both fall and winter, that are kind of like lulls. So you have incredibly inaccurate PRs that get put out based off skill level, just because of attendance hitting a couple people that were in school for a couple months, or vice versa. We're there for a little bit. You have somebody who comes off of a break, comes and smashes face, right, and then goes back to school, and you don't see him again, right?
Yeah, in Michigan this season, our RPR isn't out for this one, but Onan is not going to make the PR for this one because he's gone to like one Michigan tournament,
Oh
and then
man.
he's just gone to like three majors, like whatever the two Ludwig tournaments he got invited to, and like maybe one other thing. Uh, but yeah, so he's not gonna be on our PR, so that's already weird. I think Zenodo qualified, but Zenodo is also like right on the edge. So even in Michigan, like this PR season is very weird. We had like two regionals and like no other tournaments the whole season.
Exactly. It's just
So
so you have to rely on events to consistently happen to have a good like PR season. And I think that 6 month PRs would fix a lot of the problems, because then, like what we were talking about before we came on live, you pair one of the weaker month, or like one of the weaker parts of the year to one of the stronger parts of the year, and then you have a more consistent like actual average of
yeah,
competition.
I guess you could do like you would split it up based on the school semesters, right? So you have
Mhm.
like what the like winter semester or winter PR starts with like the fall semester of college, I guess. That would probably work out.
Yeah, I think it's probably the best route. I don't know. I don't know. I'm a big proponent of being like, wherever you are most of the year, that's the region you fall into. Um, but then you have situations where people like, if you look at the Chicago PR, what Veery made it. Veery made like 15th, or Lavish made 15th. I gotta pull it up. It's in our chat, isn't it?
Yeah, I in our private DM chat. Let me get that open too so the people
Okay.
can see.
Theory didn't make it on this one, but Lavish did. Lavish 15. Lavish is still going to school in Michigan.
No, Lavish graduated. He moved to college or moved to Chicago post college.
No,
Actually,
really?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool. All right, that's kind of cool. Maybe the Chicago PR is, this specific one's maybe not as accurate, um, for what I wanna for the point I'm trying to make. But yeah, wherever you go for school, that's your new region. Sorry, you're there like 9 months out of the year, you know.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, so I think kind of cementing that for PRs is important. Uh, Also, I think this would help a lot when it comes to your top players, because then we're not having to make our regions look less good just because our top player can't show up to a couple weeklies. Like, and
Yeah,
that would help the justification of it, because I understand Ned not being number one in Chicago. That's very reasonable. He hasn't attended a whole lot. Um, but not including big competitive players in your region because of just attendance also seems bad, right? And I don't like number zero, so this is the option, the in between option.
yeah, yeah. I
Uh,
see. Yeah, like Ryuga. I don't know if
uh
Ryuga
oh,
ever got ultimate PR in Michigan,
he
but
he did,
maybe
he
like
did,
the
yeah,
first year he did. But like he was still active like going to like or majors in like the like pre-quarantine era, but he was like not on our PR for like 2 years, you
yep.
know. And so like that's another example like you're saying like Michigan was actually a little stronger than it would look if you just looked at their PR lineup.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I think that it's just a better I don't know, it's just a better representation of your skill. Like Ohio, Cosmos like never makes a PR, right? Because of the stipulations. Onan not making the PR. Onan's a top 10 player in the world. Of course he's not going to show up at the weeklies, you know?
Yeah, yeah. In
Um,
fact, like, who wants him at the weekly just farming everybody?
exactly. Some people would say they very much do. I
Yeah,
would,
yeah, that's another thing.
yeah.
People do enjoy like being able to play against the best, but I'm sure for other people like it would be annoying just owning every week, farming the like 14-person local. Shout outs to Apollo Kage for never letting anyone win anything in his region.
Paulo Kage is just, he's the exception. He's always
Yeah,
the exception.
yo, Apollo Kage is showing up to little kids' birthday parties and beating them at tournaments to make sure he's still first there.
Well, did you see he lost one this last week? There was actually an event this last weekend. It was like 98-person tournament in St. Louis.
Oh, really?
You wouldn't know about it because they're so bad at advertising their tournaments, but
Okay, okay. No,
yeah.
who beat him? Who beat him?
Um, Interestingly, it was Kashmir.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
because Kashmir is good buddies with a lot of the St. Louis crowd. And I actually, funny story, my New Year's, I was at a Dead Mouse concert with Kashmir and a few of the other St.
Okay.
Louis guys, so that was a lot of fun. But yeah, they went there for a charity tournament. He just smashed face. I don't think he dropped a game. I'd have to look
Dang.
at it. Yeah, he's really good. Minnesota's got some killers. It used to just be Kashmir, but then Loafin 34 showed up, and it's like one of the scariest states now. I don't want to mess with that one.
Yeah, yeah. Their top end is crazy.
And
So.
top end is so dirty. A lot of them
Hmm.
don't travel either. Oh man. Yeah, there's my hot take. We should fix PRs. We should make PRs more consistent instead of volatile. I think things that are volatile are bad for the space.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like counter arguments just to like extend the conversation a little.
Well,
Maybe like, would it be hard for some people to maintain a like 6 month period of being on top? I guess that would probably be like one of the counters. You're just like, I don't care. We don't need to
yeah, I
solve for
mean,
that.
yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily like that big of an issue. I think it's more of like my counters to it would be people's interest in the game is in it's like always short term memory.
Mm.
And so they really want the next shiny thing. So putting out consistent PRs every three
Keeps
months.
people grinding for it. Yeah, that
Yes,
makes
every four
sense.
months. Yeah, yeah. Which like it's not awful,
There's
but
another thing. I guess I just thought of this. We've had this happen even with the 3 month thing, but like I ran a tournament that was on like the last day of one of the PRs, and like a bunch of the PR players came but didn't sign up for the bracket because they didn't want to like risk their spots. So they were just there hanging out at the tournament. Uh,
yeah.
I could see something like that. Somebody get like 3 or 4 first places, and then just like want to protect their position, so they just stop going to tourneys for the last month if it's a long season like that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just you're gonna have that regardless. That's what
Yeah.
I think. Like it's already happening. Is it gonna happen more? Maybe. I think that it's will be harder to justify doing so if you have a lot more data points to go off of. Um, hey buddy. My dog keeps like sticking his whole face into the water bowl, so he's just wet.
Nice, nice.
He's a puppy, he's still learning how to drink water properly. At least his new camera angle, you can see him walk back and
Yeah,
forth.
I saw him walk by a couple times.
There you go.
So I mean, we've got the Smash or the Chicago PR up. If you want to talk about it a little bit, I've got it
Oh,
on the screen.
oh yeah. I actually do have a couple things to say. I have a couple things to say. Um, Firstly, what about you? What do you think about
Well,
it?
I
'Cause
mean,
I'm always curious about your thoughts to
I
start with.
obviously Sam T in first is not really a surprise. I feel like we've been singing his praise all year, like on the
Yep.
show. Every time that we are talking about a bracket, there he is, like top 8, winning it. Something somewhere way up there. So not really a surprise that he's on top here. Uh, and like I mentioned earlier, a lot of the other big names that you think of when you think of Chicago are missing from this just for attendance reasons or whatever. So yeah, you don't have Icon, I think, has still just been focusing on school, so I haven't really seen him at anything besides the big house. In like the last 3 months.
Icon, by the way.
Icon, I
You're
say it
very
wrong
very
every time. I'm
particular.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Um, no, you're good. Yeah, it's he has been in California because he does live there. And he's been taking a bit of a break from Smash since he got back. So I think
And
that's kind of the thing.
so Icon, notably not on here. Atada also not on here, and Ned
Yeah,
obviously.
the biggest elephant in the room. That
Yeah,
doesn't ever make Chicago PR.
yeah. So Chicago's got a lot of killers in the just hiding out there.
In the woodwork. They'll never show up to weeklies though. These are the ones that'll show up to weeklies at least. You know who you're going up against. What?
Also, just want to shout out Sir Dank. One of my faves got seventh on this PR. I think that's his first time ever getting ranked, and that's pretty sick. Seventh, going from like unranked to seventh, pretty crazy.
Nah, Serdink's killer. I like
Yeah,
Serdik a lot. He
he's
crashed
sick.
with us at Riptide, and he's a really chill. He's a really chill roommate.
Nice.
Now my animals are fighting. Stop fighting! What are
And
you guys doing?
and then we got a friend of the show, Raven King got
Oh
fourth.
yeah,
Not bad.
friend of the
They
show.
they put his whole onslaught of characters in the PR image.
Ah,
So
he's been playing Byleth, hasn't he?
yeah, Violet Joker and Ike.
Man, I forgot that he was playing Byleth. I don't know, I've become a Byleth believer. For a long time, I was like, Byleth is bad and cringe, and I still think Byleth is cringe, but
Uh huh.
uh, it's not
Yeah,
that
I mean,
bad.
you can only watch like Leo sauce like so many people with her, right? And
Uh,
still say like she's got nothing.
yeah, you know, uh,
Eh,
she's not bad. There are worse characters. I'll say that. How about
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Um, who do we got here? Oh, Toad. Yeah. Toad actually a really meteoric rise. I think Toad officially premiered on the Chicago PR. Like,
Last maybe one or two PRs ago.
I think it was, yeah, I think it was two, but he was pretty low. He was like 13th, 14th on the PR.
Mhm.
And since then, it's just been like the steady climb. So he's been doing really well in the Chicagoland area. So I think second is very well deserved, honestly. Little bit surprising that he overtook Ice Knight, but I think it's because of just like some ignitions. Like that kind of comes down to it. Ignitions are weighted pretty heavily when it comes to their PR ratings. Um, for those of you who don't know, we talked about Meowscarada. I think we talked about Meowscarada last time because Meowscarada did well at Regional Rumble, or not Regional Rumble. It was the Rockford like regional. Um, but uh, that is Mabel, or the artist formerly known as Mabel. So not a new Dr. Mario, I swear. Still the same one, just changed the name again. Revolvers, Big Mac, Arctice, Earl of M. Like these are your average band of Chicago PR
Yeah.
staples. We've
Pretty
seen them forever.
regular appearances. Yeah.
First time though, Shelter. So mm, those have another state with a Bayo on it. Shelter's been playing since Smash 4. I remember Shelter being a DK main back at Smash 4. But that is the second time actually that a Rock Cal representative made it onto the Chicagoland PR. The first time doesn't matter anymore, but the second time, this is
Okay.
more
Okay.
important, obviously. There's a lot of people that got hit with the allegations during 2020. So
Yeah.
yeah, but no, Shelter's really good. It's actually really hyped to see him. You talked about Sir Dank, but yeah, this is Shelter's first time. Predacious is on here a little bit lower than I think Predacious was happy about, but um, I'm thinking Predacious is only really going to be climbing from here. Um, another Steve, one of the Steves.
Yeah,
Uh,
he at tournaments he wears like a band Steve hoodie or something like that. I remember seeing him at Stampede 2. He was wearing like an anti Steve hoodie. It was pretty funny.
yeah, we need to ban Steve. Oh man, you did shave your beard. I just noticed this. Thank you, Mastergrass. Not used to no beard cages. How's it feel? Does it feel
I
free?
shaved it for a cosplay that I did at Paramount. And it does feel a little weird, but it's growing back pretty quick.
Good. You got those good genes. I can't grow a beard at all. That's real rough.
Dang, got
It's real
the
rough.
cursed baby face.
I know. I know. I look great though, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Back to Chicago PR though. First time on here, and this is one that I was very excited to see. Another young link, Icona. That's how it is. Icona made it on here. Fantastic run at Show Me Your Moves. Got third there. Took down like Comet and Ice Knight and some other people, so it was actually really nice to see. And then Herrera, this should be the second time that Herrera has made it onto the PR here for Chicago. Previously at 15th, but now going to be sliding on pretty nicely in the 14th spot. Still a killer. There's a lot of killers in the Chicagoland area. We talk about depth of play. Chicago's one of those places that has a lot of depth of skill. So um, these lower PR spots are always going to be like flipping back and forth. But it's nice to see it when someone kind of gets newly minted into these top slides. Speaking of first time though on the Chicago PR, Lavish. We've
Yeah,
seen his name before.
yeah, Lavish. I think top 5 in Michigan when he moved away, if I remember, maybe a little lower. Um, yeah, clocking in at 15th here. I haven't watched many of his performances at Chicago tournaments. I only saw the Radacious clip where he kills him at like 26%. Um, so I but he made the PR. I'm not sure. Lavish has like a very usually he performs better at like regionals and majors than he does at locals, so I'm sure that's probably why. But not to make too many excuses, but I'm sure like his performances like could be better than getting 15th here. That's what I'm saying. Michigan's stronger than 15th.
I think it's also like when he probably got in, right? I don't know
Yeah,
when
yeah, he like
the move
just moved
occurred.
there. He's like I think this is his first eligible PR season anyway.
There you go.
Yeah.
That'll do it. Yeah, so it's like it's interesting to see. I think when Comet was on here, he talked about this phenomenon where Wisconsin got good players and then shipped them off to other states.
Mhm.
Michigan's starting to like mint PR players and then send them off to other states. I think this is like the second time. What you guys had? You had like a Lucas player that went is in Indiana now.
Uh, oh yeah, David. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
he wasn't PR level in Michigan, but Indiana, he's kind of messing him up. That's pretty interesting.
yeah. He's not bad. He's not bad at the game. Maybe Indiana's bad. I don't know. I gotta
Wolfie
put it in
hasn't
there.
appeared in chat. We can
And
we can talk shit about Indiana.
keep doing it. Keep doing it. Don't give him room to breathe. Oh man. Yeah. Speaking of like talking shit, what was that thing you sent me in the chat? You're trying to think that I was eating what chili and cinnamon
Oh,
rolls? What was that?
let me open that up real quick.
That was
Hold on,
gross.
hold
What
on.
is going on here?
This is completely unrelated to Smash Brothers whatsoever, but it's Midwest slander, so we should talk about it. Uh,
I was being incredibly slandered by you.
So this tweet says Midwest cinnamon rolls and chili. Midwest. No, I've never been anywhere in the Midwest that serves cinnamon rolls and chili. I've never been to a family's house. I've never seen it on a menu. I've never heard of this before. This
Yeah,
is
uh,
this is made up. This has to be made up, right?
I've never seen it. It's very weird. I don't know.
These people, these are like photoshopped images. These are fake cinnamon rolls. I refuse to believe this. It
I
sounds very Ohio.
no, see, Master Grass isn't far off. I know in Indiana because my buddy Nuke does this. They eat chili with peanut butter sandwiches. So I know that it's like kind of a thing, like close to a thing there,
No.
which, God forbid Indiana. I don't know what y'all are doing over there. You guys
What's
need
up,
some help.
Solar?
Oh, it is Solar. Isn't Solar retiring? Isn't he like
No, no, no. Solar's not retiring.
yeah,
Solar just
Solar.
he just got like third at the at Paramount. The
Oh, that's Solar. I was
yeah,
thinking of
yeah,
somebody
yeah.
else. No, no, no. That's the Pew Pew, the Samus guy. No, that's not. The Samus guy won it. Who does Solar play? Now I'm confused.
Solar plays Marth. He was getting all those Marth clips. He was the
Oh,
reason that
alright,
Leo picked
alright.
Marth up.
My bad,
Yeah, yeah,
Solar.
yeah.
Putting some slander on his name. No, your Martha's sick as fuck, actually. That's how you. Well, welcome to the chat. You can join the other two people. It's like a slow time right now. You know, we've been off shows for a little bit, and Smash has really been a little bit in hiatus. It's not a ton of tournaments going on, but we're kicking back up. By the way, we're gonna take a look at this bracket. For those of you that have not seen it yet, let's make big moves.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
do you want to look at the top 16 there? We can look at top
Yeah.
16.
Did you? How did you know that's what I had on my screen?
I am can just read your mind. We're so connected now.
Yep. MK
Uh,
Leo and Onan seeded to fight each other.
is it really?
Leo
Okay,
has
Leo.
had a lot of blessed brackets and avoided Steve matchups. Like Onan and Leo have only played like once, I think, at Super Smash Con, and I don't know if he's played against what's his name, the the one, the Japanese Steve player. Come
A
on, help me
cola.
out.
A
Yeah,
cola. I got you. I got
yeah.
you.
I don't think he's played against Nicola yet, but I'm trying to think. Maybe once, but he just hasn't had to play against the Steves very much.
Hmm.
So it'll be cool if that happens again.
Yeah, he's third seed at this event. I think that's probably like one of the most notable things.
Yeah, that was
Um,
the first thing I noticed. You know, this is what happens when you do drugs, kids. You lose your top seed spot at tournaments. So,
there's like
I
few players. There's a few of them out there that play like very, very blitz. To be fair,
okay. Mastergrass says that he smoked a cola at Ludwig's. All right,
is
we'll
this
see.
true?
I hope
Is
that's
this
true.
true? I'm gonna look it up. Smash data. We don't use PG stats anymore because fuck 12. Head to head.
But yeah, Spargo got his first seed in this, which I think is fair. The Spargo, he's pretty good. But I still feel like it's a little bit of an overreaction. Like Leo, it's hard to ever say that Leo's gonna lose a tournament, you know. But that'll be interesting. They
I'm
gave Tweak
looking.
the second spot. Tweak has definitely been looking on fire recently. Definitely upped his game a little bit.
Okay, I got the info here. Not only did Leo smoke a cola, but he did it twice. It was
Oh, okay, okay.
double three O's.
All right. Leo
Okay.
has nothing to fear of Steve now. He
All
figured it
right.
out.
Interesting. Interesting. Yeah,
He's
I don't
just got
know.
to stay away from the grass blocks, I guess.
I feel like Let's Make Big Moves is always one of those tournaments when it comes around. It just shakes things up, right? They do something a little bit out there that ends up being kind of cool. And I think having Leo's not number one is one of those things. It is very it's just like it's interesting. It's interesting to see. I think it could be cool. It could lead us to some cool matches if nothing else. I'm trying to see the rest of his bracket. People who must be, people who are in those third seeds must be like, man, oh yeah, he's fighting Apollo Kage to get in.
Oh,
Atomic
all right.
Fatality
He's
Apollo
not
Kage.
making it to top
He's not
8 then.
making it. That's
Or top
crazy.
16.
He's going in loser's side. That's crazy.
What's up,
Uh,
Crash? Yeah, Crash has pointed out Movement 100 and Ignite 300 in the same week. Are you going to both? Crash, are you at Ignite right now?
which one's
Uh,
movement?
Movement is the big Michigan one that's been happening. There was like almost 100 people this Monday, and there was like 70 last Monday, which is huge for Michigan tourneys.
Oh, wow.
And Crash won last or this Monday against like literally everybody, the whole field. Onan had to DQ. It went too late. He's a little kid. The
Oh
tournament
man,
went till like 4 in the morning.
that's the play though.
Yeah,
You gotta draw it out so that he has to DQ.
yeah. They figured it out. Everybody just has to start their brackets at 7:30 or later, and the little kids got to go home.
Yeah, you can really get him then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. I don't disagree with the scene. I mean, top 16 looks pretty cut and dry. You got Anathema, AK, DeBuzz, Cosmos, Jackal, Meister. Is Sonic's not going? Oh no, Sonic's is going. Okay, Sonic's supposed to be he's supposed to get 7. I feel like the dark horse of this event though, dark horse, dark horse, Sonic's wins it. I think
Onyx wins.
he's due for an event win. Yeah. People don't talk about Sonics enough, obviously. Since I know you love me saying
I
that.
love when you say that. It's my favorite
Sonics
thing.
is
Go
like a
ahead.
top 10 player in the world, and he's consistently like underrated. Um, I think he's due for a big win. Riddles has gotten his win. Onan's gotten his win. Gluttony's gotten his win. But like Sonics, Sonics hasn't. So I would like to see him do very well. Who's got to go with? He's got to give him to Spargoat and then Gluttony. Yeah, he'd have to have a killer run, beating Gluttony, MK Leo, Light, Tweak, and then getting the run back on Spargo if he loses. So like,
Yeah.
if he does win, that'd be pretty good. But I think if anybody tries to win this event, it's gonna be killer. Because even if like Leo gets knocked in the losers by like Onan, he's got to fight Riddles, Light, uh, then like Gluttony, Tweak, and Spargo. Like I don't envy
No,
anybody in that top
yeah,
eight
no
at
matter
all.
what, nobody has an easy bracket run here. This event is stacked enough that nobody's got a good run. Nobody's got a good look for the throne.
Oh, is Tata going to Let's Make Big Moves? I didn't even know.
Yeah, Tata is I think seeded to get 17.
Let me see his pool. Pool's got to be somewhere.
He's seeded to lose to Ned for
There's
get
no
17.
way. There's no way they're seeding them into each other. Does he have to fight Syrup? Why are they putting Nesses against each other? Yeah. Oh, this is so cringe. This is so cringe. Same side of the bracket, right? Apollo Kage, Atata, Onin, Cosmos, Epic Gabriel, and Ned.
Yeah, the whole Midwest
What is happening?
all in the same pool.
Like, if Ned wins his match, Cosmos goes in Epic Gabriel immediately, which they haven't really played all that much, so it's probably not that big of a deal. But then like Cosmos goes in the Neds, and the winner of that has to fight Onin. And then if Atata beats Syrup, Atata has to go into Apollo Kage. And they fought kind of a decent chunk. I'm not gonna lie on that one. They've kind of fought a lot. Well, so Atata's supposed to lose to Syrup and then to Ned. God, I hate that. I really do hate that. Ugh. Who seeded this? Need to
Yo,
fight
you
some
gotta get into
people.
the what is it, the PG Stats Discord a little bit.
Uh, that's cringe. Yeah, I'm with Crash. It is cringe. All these team kills. I do gotta get into PG stats. I always rely on Trade War to do enough talking for the Midwest, but he's been failing me lately. How could you? He went to CLG and suddenly too big of a name for me. Uh,
Brandon's got what's Brandon seeded?
it's like quite an amount of people going. It's a big event.
Yeah,
Although
I know a good amount of like Michigan people are gonna go because like they love going to this tourney. So
it feels weird though because we've been having a lot of big majors lately, and so like a major like this happening after not having a bunch of majors feels a bit more impactful. So
yeah, there's finally been a break in the action, so like
yeah,
you're excited to see people play again for once after like just straight 6 to 7 months of majors every weekend.
yep. So I'm hyped for it. I think this is the first major in a while that I'm pretty hyped for. But yeah, let's make big moves. Probably like predictions. I mean, after looking at this bracket, I'd be hard pressed to bet on anybody Midwest wise because we're just all gonna kill each other.
Cause yeah,
But
they all have to play each other.
yeah, ew. Just sit in here complain. That's
Yeah,
actually what we do on here. On this,
we just complain.
yeah.
My dark horse pick is for enhanced PV to make top 8.
Wow. Okay. He's plays Cloud, right?
Yeah, he plays Cloud. He's had a couple really good performances, but hasn't made that top 8 in a major yet. He's close. This is the one.
Huh.
Booker's studying the whole
I don't know.
bracket.
I'm looking at the bracket. Yeah, I'm kind of interested because like I'm not mad about Enhanced PV doing well. I always love it when these people who have been, like, on the come up finally get, like, their breakout
Mm.
match too. Like, Anathema was one of those players that finally made it big. Um, Quid was one of those guys. I think even, like, Goblin, early Ultimate. So, I'm trying to find Enhanced
He's
PV.
he's in the SE3 bracket. He plays Fatality, Syrup, and Cosmos to make it out. If he, assuming he plays his 2 seed.
Yeah, Shattuck's gonna be a rough one.
Yeah.
Shattuck's gonna be a rough one. It's not doable. Cosmos just throws. Cosmos just throws. So Cosmos could win this event, I guess, but also go 0-2. Fatality's a tough cookie to crack for people that don't have a lot of Falcon experience, I think. So I guess that will be one interesting thing.
Mm.
And then Syrup's got a lot higher of a seed than I would think at this event. Maybe I'm like sleeping on Syrup a bit. Um, but
Well, this
I
is his region, right? He's like New York or something, right?
yeah, he is New
Yeah.
York
So
or New Jersey, one of
he
the
gets
two.
the regional bump.
I guess so. Like who else would you put above him? Like I don't know. I think he's right where he's like supposed to be overall.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like enhanced PV. That's an interesting Dark Curse pick. Okay, I'll endorse that one.
Thank you,
So
thank you.
so you got enhanced PV making top 16. I got Sonics winning the event. Maybe if I had to pick now I kind of want to pick a top 16 guy. You've kind of emboldened me.
All right.
Is Icy Miss not going to this event? I didn't see her on here.
Do search. No, she doesn't come up.
Dang. Okay. Because I had Icy Miss making top 16 otherwise. Because I was just so surprised that she wasn't on here. All right. Let me look. Let me look. Oh, I got Jake, Dark Wizzy, Nygo.
While Booker is looking, if you're in the chat and you have a hot take you want to discuss with us, join the Discord and post in the hot takes channel, and we'll bring you on the show to talk about it because we need content tonight.
Come give us content. Be the content you want to see in the world. Stroder's pretty. I don't know. Stroder's an interesting one. Stroder's kind of underseated. Maybe Stroder's underseated. Oh,
Stroder is hard to predict.
you know who's actually underseated?
Hmm.
Kirby 506 or 509.
Okay,
He
okay.
was seated to go 0-2 at a New York weekly. I knew he's out there right now. He got seated to go 0-2 and he got like second or something. Um, he is supposed to be Bacon, however, which like I could see that. I could see him being Bacon. He's got a lot of Dr. Mara experience. Supposed to lose the Zomba, which you know what I could see. But then he's only supposed to get like 49th or something, whatever this is. I think Kirby 509 could beat Leon. That's what I think.
Okay, yeah. If
Yeah, that's what.
if you're gonna pick some like a higher up player to get upset, Leon is a pretty good one.
Yeah, he's play his hero now too. I don't know. He just stopped trying. Yeah, Stroder did stop trying. I don't know what happened with Stroder. Stroder just goes to his weeklies or their weeklies and like farms them. And every single time I see Stroder on the graphic, every single time. I think they posted or he posted like a single week he won 4 really big brackets out there. And he's like, "This is what I'm doing every day now." And I'm like, there's different characters each time. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in their head, but um,
I'm an AZ and he farms us without trying one bit, says Master Race. Just goes
yeah.
in, picks random. I know he's got like 20 characters he plays. Uh, just beats everybody. Rough.
Cairo, welcome back to the podcast. Nice to see you too. Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know what Stroder is. Stroder's something. Stroder comes out to events and just doesn't do that well at like bigger events and just farms. See, shout outs to Mastergrass for paying. You guys are really paying his rent, you know. That's his day job.
Yep.
Man.
Keeping him off the streets.
Keeping them off the streets. Good. It's really charity at this point. uh, yeah. So let's take news. It's gonna be good. Um, we got Ignition 300. You guys are just tuning in. Ignition 300 is happening tonight. They did break 300 attendees. I'm looking at Ultimate Singles right now, and it's 306 attendees. So I should have held off on posting the upset thread. Um, should be kind of exciting to see. There's some killers out there. Did we look at all of the people that were going?
Yeah,
I
I
think we
mean,
looked at
we
a
kind
couple
of
of
went
them.
over it already.
Yeah, yeah, there's a few of them.
Anyway, you should watch the Ignition after this if you're looking for more Smash
Oh, we
content. You
could
want to see
rate
the
them.
Midwest.
We'll rate Ignition.
Are they live already? Is it
Um,
on
uh,
UGS?
it's unrivaled tournaments. They might be live.
No, they're not live yet.
The brackets technically start at 7 for them. So I know
Nice.
their rivals bracket's currently going. They have a pretty decent rivals of 8 they're going. I think what Azatec put like $400 into the rivals of Aether pot, so there's everyone and their dog playing rivals right now.
Dang.
Yeah, there's like 18 people playing, which is a
Nice.
lot for a rivals
For yeah,
thing, but
that's a huge rivals tournament.
that's big.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, 2023. I think we're kind of excited to see what the Midwest has to offer. Um, People been talking about a bunch of different projects. I think there's like 2 or 3 majors kicking about or something. We'll see. We'll see what people want to do. People talk a lot. People talk a lot about running events. If they do it, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I want to see Michigan going out to more places. That's what I actually want to see. Michigan has started to become more insular these days.
Yeah, yeah. There's like I think it's because a lot of our the players that have the fire are all very young and like can't really travel themselves. Um so I think right now we have like a very very big group of people that don't travel because we have like the people that don't care enough to like get in a car and drive 5 hours anymore, and then also we have like 15-year-olds. So it's kind of a weird mix to the perfectly wrong mix to get people to go out to events.
Yeah, it's just kind of rough. Uh, it's kind of rough to go out there when you're 15. I remember when I was 15, I couldn't drive anywhere.
Yeah. I just got to get a van and quit my job and drive Big Tony around and get him to pay me like a driver's fee for tournaments.
So you
I
can do
get
what
like
Sean did.
10% of his winnings.
That's what Sean was doing for a bit. Sean was just like driving around, living out of his car and just farming weeklies
Yeah,
in every
yeah.
state. That's gotta go down. So we gotta interview Sean. That's what we gotta do. I want to hear about that
Just a
more.
living Smash legend.
Yeah, tell us about that. Can we put it on camera? We need to get this on camera. What you're doing.
Tell us how free SoCal was. That's what we want. That's what
Oh my
everybody wants to
gosh,
know.
so free. Little do you know, Midwest has vendettas against everybody, and by Midwest I mean me. Um, so
You're like the embodiment of it. That's for sure. Every single
yeah,
time someone's on the news referring to us as the flyover states, you get more and more angry.
yeah. I go in. Bro, someone was trying to be like, oh, Midwest is what was it this time? Uh, I don't know. What, Dead Mouse? I was at the Dead Mouse concert, and Dead Mouse was like, "Yeah, people should talk the Midwest all the time. But you guys rock." And I'm like, "Yeah, because everybody else sucks. All these other states suck. Big cities suck. That's why I can't tell the difference between New York and New Jersey. They're both the same thing, right? Like, no
Dang,
difference. I know.
dang.
I'll start firing shots. I could do that.
All right. Well,
What do wait? I do have one thing. I do have one
okay,
thing.
okay. Don't
I have
let me
one thing.
transition you out if you still got more to say.
How do I get Michigan down to KC?
I don't know. I don't think I don't think people have ever even talked about a KC tournament
Oh,
before.
we're talking now.
Okay, well,
We're talking right now.
uh,
How do I get the great cages down? What do I got to do?
me, you have to give me a lot of months in advance, and it has to be a weekend.
Okay, easy. That's 2 really easy things to do. I could do
Yeah,
both of
yeah.
those.
Give me a good like heads up on a honeypot or something, and I'll try and come.
Okay. You bring us some car. You bring some Michigan guys.
Yeah,
Be the
yeah. I'll
change you
bring
want to
some people
see.
in a car. Yeah,
Hey, all right. If you guys want a carpool, hit up Cages. He'll drive you wherever you want.
yeah. I'll pay for the hotel.
He'll pay for all the gas. He'll actually pay
Hey,
for
whoa,
your meals
whoa, whoa,
too.
whoa.
He'll
I
pay.
won't pay. No, 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 no. We're splitting everything else. I'll pay for the hotel room though. I'll be
Yeah,
nice.
he's really doing it all. What a Chad, that Cages.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
have you seen like the hashtag win KJ's money? Maybe that's what I should do. I'll do like giveaways at my tournaments that you just get like free hotel at an event. I'll pay for your hotel room.
that's
Get
pretty good.
people traveling.
I like that. I did have one more thing to ask you though. Actually, serious
Okay,
question
okay.
about Aura. In the news
Oh, okay,
recently,
okay.
there's been some stuff about Aura. What happened with that? I know they're going under.
All right. Well, the whole org isn't going under. They're just ending their events division. Very distinct difference there because they still do like they still sign esports teams, and like we were very separate from them, so it would just be like we would do like our monthly meetings, and they would be like, "Yeah, we have like a new CS team," and I'm like, I didn't even know that we had a CS team. All right, uh, so like their esports division is still going on, but they're ending their events because Ori was stepping away, and I was like, well. If Ori's stepping away, I'm also stepping away. They were just kind of like, okay, fuck it.
I guess we're
um,
done then, guys. Nice
yeah,
job. You ruined it,
yep, it was all my fault. Um, but this doesn't mean. Basically, the only thing this means is that I have to pay Ori to do my graphics at tournaments now,
Oh
instead
no.
of Aura paying for them. And
Oh
Ori's
no.
gonna up the charges on me.
The
That jerk.
travesty. Yeah, how could he? Paying the work that he does.
Yeah, yeah,
I am flabbergasted actually.
yeah.
So what does that kind of leave us then? Like major TOs in Michigan? Is it just like what's
Well,
like
like
the
I'm
Detroit
still gonna run
guys?
tournaments. It's not
Okay.
like I'm retired or something.
No, I heard you
I'm
were
just not with
quitting.
an
You like
org anymore.
spat in some top players' faces. Like it was like a big thing. Like
Yeah, yeah, right, right. No, but I'll still be running tournaments. It'll still be the same for me. Nothing really changes besides like I said, not having a direct tie with Ori. Nothing to force him to work with me. Taking his millions and moving to the beach. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. But
I can't
Michigan
believe.
definitely does have like a TO like drought. Like Lunges, who hasn't shown up to the podcast in a while, also hasn't run a tournament in a while. For a while he was like the figurehead in the West, but like West Michigan hasn't really had anything big at all since Stampede 2, which was like before the big house even. So that's like 4 months ago now, 4 or 5
Wow.
months.
Dude, you
Yeah.
just it's you forget how fast time moves because like to me Stampede was like, "Oh yeah, it's like, a couple months ago or something." It's 4 months?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
long.
we keep bringing it up because it's the last notable West Michigan tournament, and so like there's nothing else to talk about over there. Um, and yeah, like Superhero, who was running a lot of our bigger tournaments in 2021, also stepped away this year. Uh, so yeah, I don't know. It's just been a little rough. Uh, I have gotten the colleges to work with me a little more. Paramount was run at EMU. We got like 160 people out to that, and we didn't have to charge like $25 a person, which would have been at minimum the price in another room of equivalent size anywhere else.
Yep. Yep.
And MSU has hit me up to run a tournament, so hopefully teaming up with them soon. So, like I said, I'm not going anywhere. Also, you still got plenty of KJ's content coming in 2023.
We're stuck with Cages is really what
Yeah.
it is. So I guess that yeah, tell me a little bit about like you have some plans because I think that we have a bit of time to like talk about what we're both planning on doing. So like our viewers can know where we're gonna be able to find us. So you're like working on some regionals then?
Yeah, yeah. I've got, like I said, something's gonna happen with MSU soon. I'm planning something on my birthday in May, which will be cool. I've always wanted to. I wanted to do something like a. I'm kind of worried about doing an outside tournament because like you never know what the weather's gonna bring that day, or
Yeah.
the logistics of like having the sun on TV screens and stuff that might fudge things up. But I think I found a venue that has like a kitchen built into it, and you don't have to pay extra for the kitchen. So we're gonna do
Okay.
like and there's like a barbecue on the outside. So I think we're gonna like barbecue stuff and then serve it in the kitchen, and then just have like the tournament inside the building. But I've always wanted to have like a cool like barbecue hangout thing, so we're gonna do that for my birthday. That'll be coming up soon. Only viewers of the show will know about the KJ's barbecue. You guys are the only ones invited. Mastergrass, Booker, Crash, and Kaori if they're still watching.
Yeah. Masterclass will pay for your flight there.
Yeah. And then I'm still working with ANC for another Get Cooked. That'll be happening again too.
Heck yeah. Yeah, you're gonna do what Kentucky does, because for the bourbon states they make a bunch of barbecue. So that's hype.
Yeah.
We need more
Yeah,
barbecue at
I
Smash
want like
events.
a tournament that has more of a hangout feel. There's
Yeah.
like a lot of my tournaments have just been like the generic like we're in a room running a tournament. So I've been trying to think about ways to make it a little more exciting. But I will say that I think I do the best you're in a room running a tournament kind of tournament. So
Hey, there you go. Yeah, I mean it's a tournament. What else could you
yeah.
ask for, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, what are your plans for 2023?
Um, so my co-TO, Nukem, Chase Nukem, the other Chase, we're collectively known as Chase Squared. Who we have to get on the podcast sometime. He's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, invite him
Um,
on.
I will. I need to start inviting more TOs on. We're gonna take a heavy departure from players.
Yeah,
Exclusively
we're gonna
TOs from
make
here
the
on out.
show way more boring.
It's super niche. Like we're already
Yeah.
very, very niche, but we figured we'd go a bit more into it. Um, but he just accepted a job in Minnesota. He's getting paid way more, well deserved. He's gonna be directing St. Cloud, I think. Um,
Okay.
St. Cloud University up there, which means that he will no longer be at St. Ambrose University in Davenport, which means that he will no longer be as heavily involved in running Honeypot
Dang.
after this. So
The
I'm
band is breaking up.
well, yeah, a little bit. I moved away and then he moved away, but I'm still going to be heavily running Honeypot and actually more of a hand in this role. We're going to be
Yeah, you
scaling
didn't
that
even
up.
show up to the last one,
I
right?
know, I know. Don't remind me. It pains me every day. Um, but we are really scaling that event. Like it's gotten way bigger than we thought it would be initially. Because I was thinking about like, oh, it'll just be like a monthly. We'll hit 100 odd people every time, and it slowly started to scale up to like closing in on 300 plus. And I'm like, okay, maybe we need to actually like make more of an organizational backbone to this one. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm working with the team there. I'll be fresh. He's going to be like the guy that I work with from Davenport on cementing Honeypot. So Honeypot 5 is going to be coming through. We'll probably run 5 and 6 this year. We like trying to do them every 6 months. Um, and then probably another LUA. Don't have any dates or any information on that one yet, but want to get another KC event. I've been living down here 6 months now. I've been talking about trying to run events in KC for a while now. And my job had like this huge change up. So like I'm doing a lot more at my work now. I kind of have to do that. So I don't know how heavily involved I'm going to be in the local KC scene, but I really want to try to help run more bigger events. Um, I'm supposed to be, we'll see. I'm supposed to be helping out with potentially Invincible. I'm supposed to be helping out potentially with the next zoo. Um, Probably the next big Iowa event that comes through. And then
Is
pushing my casting.
Invincible in Milwaukee or is it in Madison?
Madison.
Okay.
That's in Madison. So I'll be around. I'm gonna heavily be casting this year. That's my goal. I actually during break here, because I took about like 2 weeks off from work and just kind of like went through the holidays and stuff. My work has like unlimited PTO, which is really nice, but they still require me to work during it.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, you know how it goes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. um, but I really wanted to get my casting reel done, so that's something I want to focus on. Hire me for casts, by the way. It's my
Okay,
own self
okay.
plug. Yeah, it's the TO to caster pipeline that I'm perpetuating. So
Well, I mean, that happens a lot at my tournaments, just like, oh, nobody showed up to do casting. Well, we're only doing top 8, so I can report top 8 and I can do commentary for this, I guess. So I've done that a couple of times.
Pretty good. Pretty good casting then.
I'm okay. I'm most famous for just going, "Oh my god!" for every single play.
That's funny.
So, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I got. I think we got some stuff going on.
Yeah,
Should be
we
kind of
hit
exciting.
exactly an hour if we just turn this off in about 30 seconds. So,
Oh, we
anything
gotta.
else you got to say?
Are they live yet? Can we rate them yet? I don't know if they're
Uh,
live.
let me refresh. I'll see.
Maybe.
Oh, are we stretching until they go live? Yo, what if they start the tournament late? I don't want to do that.
What probably fair that they might start it late.
Yeah, with 300 people in there, they're probably dealing
Nah,
with it.
they're probably going through it, honestly. Go support. If we don't rate them, go support Unrivaled. Do you want to put
Yeah,
their
I'll put
Twitch
the
link?
I'll put the link in the chat.
Yeah. Go watch them. Should be a very, very exciting match.
Yeah, 300 people at a weekly. It's gonna be crazy.
Follow us on Twitter, by the way. What's
Yeah.
yours? And
Uh
it's right
oh.
over here. Oh
No,
no, it's right over
it's not
here.
Twitter. There isn't. Oh yeah, there's our Twitters.
Yeah,
I
follow
thought you
our
were saying
Twitters right
follow
there.
the. Yeah,
Yeah.
follow us.
At K_Jez 1. Is that a 1 or is it an I?
It's a one. It's a one.
It's a 1. And at
Yeah.
Real Chase Do It, of course.
I at the person that has just at KJs. I've DM'd them a few times and just said delete your account over and over, but they haven't posted since 2009 or something.
Oh
So
man. Wasn't Elon Musk supposed to like delete a bunch of those accounts?
yeah,
What
but
happened to
I
that?
think they made it so you can't have a 4-letter at anymore anyway. So even if he deletes that, I still don't think it would let me have it.
No. It took
Yeah.
it away from you.
Yeah, very unfortunate. All right. Anyway, it is 8 o'clock, which means we've hit our mandatory hour to fulfill our sponsorship requirements, which
There
we
go.
don't have any. But um,
Not
anyway,
today.
thank you for tuning in. The few of you that did, I greatly appreciate it. And we'll try and be back next week on Tuesday.
Talk to you guys later.
All right. Have a good one, everybody.